Buddy Lance Russell, Dave Brown right along ringside, and we're about ready to go with another one of those biggies. Championship Wrestling, David.
Oh, indeed. We're going to have the Sheepherders in here opening up with a tag team match. A little bit later then, we'll have the King, Jerry Lawler. He will be wrestling in a single match today. Bill Dundee will be here. He goes against Apocalypse in a single match. And then expiration of time action coming up as Bobby Eaton and Sweet Brown Sugar will be on one side of the ring. Terry Taylor and Jacques Rougeau on the other, and I think Eaton and Sugar are going to have their manager in their corner with them today, too.
Oh, really? We'll be looking possibly at Jimmy Hart today.
Yes.
We'll have to find out about that. But in addition to that, chance to meet the World Heavyweight Champion right here on Championship Wrestling. We've got that bunch more. Let's get ready for it, and we'll be back in just a moment.
One fall, 15-minute time limit tag team match coming up here. The Sheepherders climbed into the ring right there with the official introductions at a total weight of 427 pounds. Over on the right of the screen from Memphis, Tennessee, Ira Reese, and from Columbus, Ohio, Bobby Fulton. And at a total weight of 471 pounds from New Zealand, Jonathan Boyd, Luke Williams, the Sheepherders. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. The referee is Paul Morton.
Okay, Boyd and Williams going through that flag ceremony they do before every match with that New Zealand flag, and we're ready to go with Bobby Fulton. Jonathan Boyd starting out. Here we go. Head right to the midsection, Dave.
Jonathan Boyd has Bobby Fulton back into the ropes, pounding on him with a forearm across the back, grabs him in a headlock, across the way, makes the tag on Luke Williams, the other Sheepherder. Williams, handful of hair. Bobby Fulton using the right to the midsection, but generally ineffective so far against Williams. Fulton put a move on him. Jonathan Boyd came in. It was 2 against 1 briefly, but enough for Williams to tie Fulton up. Bring him over close to the ropes where they can both work on it. Boyd from out on the apron and Luke Williams from in the ring. Williams back to the rope, drops down to the lower leg, across the throat of Bobby Fulton. Sheepherders running wild here today. They make the tag. Jonathan Boyd comes back in. Bobby Fulton converted to a standing wrist lock on Williams, but the tag had been made. And Jonathan Boyd nailed him from behind as he came in. 1 minute gone in the match. It's a 15-minute time limit. This is the way the match started with Jonathan Boyd in there against Bobby Fulton. Boyd's second trip into the ring. Bobby Fulton so far has not been over the corner to make a tag. His partner Ira Reese waiting here. Williams back in. Bobby Fulton ducks under an arm, knocks it down to the corner, and here's Ira Reese after the tag. Ira with a drop kick pushes back Williams. Did not get him off his feet. The Sheepherder grabs him. Got him with the point of the thumb in the throat. Jabbed him. Sheepherder drops down with a forearm. Got some spring off the ropes and came after it. Sheepherders make another tag. Sheepherders favorites to win the match. They've been in control all the way. Knee lift by Jonathan Boyd. Ira Reese down on the mat. 2 minutes gone. Bobby Fulton calling for the tag from his partner. Ira tied up, though, unable to even head for the corner right now. Jonathan Boyd holds him back over close to the corner and with a headbutt puts him on the mat. Sheepherders again make the exchange. Luke Williams wraps up the left arm. Sheepherder with the left arm of Ira Reese wrapped around the top rope. Using the fist, hair pulling, the ropes. Ira Reese really being bounced around here by both the Sheepherders. Bobby Fulton in to try to even it at 2 against 2, but the referee sending him back to the corner. Meanwhile, there's a double team by the Sheepherders. They make the tag. Williams using the ram. Now Ira Reese picked up by Jonathan Boyd. Flips him. Makes the tag on Williams. And they go for a cover. They got him. 1, 2, 3. There's no doubt Ira Reese was not going to be moving from that one. 3 minutes, 40 seconds of time on it. Sheepherders get the win, a convincing win over Ira Reese and Bobby Fulton. Yeah, we saw it.
That's what makes champions.
3:40 again was the time on it.
Winners, the Sheepherders. They did a pretty good number on Fulton and Reese in there. They may have manhandled them, but here's a couple of guys that they're not going to manhandle, I'll tell you that.
And there he is, the king. A one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up. From parts unknown, 227 pounds, the Invader, and going against him from Memphis, Tennessee, 232 pounds, Jerry, the King Lawler. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Paul Morton, the referee.
Okay, we're ready for the bell, and here it goes. And this answers a question a lot of folks have asked me since ascending to the throne as the world champion is, well, is the king ever going to be back? Is he going to be back? You better believe he's going to be back. He doesn't forget us here, I'll tell you for a fact. In the ring right now with the Invader.
There's Invader complaining to the referee.
Had his talking about pulling tights and all that. Just a good straight drag right out there. And King backs him up into the corner. Referee Paul Morton, and once again, beauty. Boy, we were looking closely that time. No tight. No.
Referee was looking right at it, too.
Yep.
He didn't allow
He saw
that
it.
to play.
We're in a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match, and this time it's the Invader who moves Lawler back to the corner, and Jerry hangs on to the rope. He reverses it and steals the Invader right out of the corner and across the ring. So that's 3 times that Jerry has put the Invader flying through the air and across the ring. What? Good leg dive, step over toe hold. That's interesting, the way Lawler has got that one on, too. He's got him hooked. He says, look, Mom, no hands. He's got that leg hooked up underneath it, and he's ready, and he took him down. Boy, that hurt me all the way over
here, too, yeah.
Feel those ligaments stretching in there now. Jerry Lawler and the Invader and the King right now is right on top of the situation, and the Invader. One more time. Yes, sir.
He's taking requests.
Yeah, he says, how about it? Yeah, one more time. Here we go. Vader's still hanging in there. He hasn't given it up as yet. Lawler has been totally dominant thus far in the match. Tough guys in there. We were remarking about that on our last championship wrestling program. This Invader has given a lot of guys tough problems.
He has indeed. Stocky build, very solid, and some wrestling ability and other things, too, that maybe not exactly legal.
Big elbow comes down on the inside of the leg, and the Invader hobbling out of that encounter of the worst kind with Jerry Lawler.
Lawler has sprung on that leg about 3-4 times there. Gets left leg off the mat. Oh.
Dead lift with it, and boy, he is back working on that leg. Referee Paul Morton says, you want to give it up? The Invader, nope.
We're about 3.5 minutes into this one. 3.5 minutes gone. 15 minutes, the overall time limit. Vader with Lawler back in the corner. He raked that tape on his wrist across his eyes, and now using that right hand. Lawler ducks under. Look out, Invader.
Laid it on in, put him down, and from way in the corner, look at it, King fly. Nailed him hard, 2, 3, and that's it. He got him a good one, Dave.
He did. He came 3/4 of the way across the ring off that middle rope. Landed on the Invader, covered him, and in 3 minutes, 53 seconds, 3:53, the win goes to Jerry the King Lawler, winning over the Invader.
Yes, sir. Love to have you come over here. Jerry, I just want to tell you, for all the championship wrestling fans, congratulations, man. It's the first time in your busy schedule now we've had a chance to acknowledge this on television, and I really am delighted. I know everybody else is.
Well, I want to thank you, Lance. I appreciate the compliments. I want to thank the fans, and it's a good feeling.
I know it's got to be a good feeling. I tell you, I am interested in, we saw just a moment ago a little special that had been edited in there, and I know that Mr. Bockwinkel, with all of the conversation that was made, I don't know whether you've had a chance to see this or not, but I want you to stay right here with me, because right now I want all of the wrestling fans to take a look at the former World Heavyweight Champion in regards to this match. This is totally unedited. This is the raw footage, just the way we shot the thing, and let's take a look at it right now. The champion climbs up off of Lawler. He's going over to get the referee, who was really flattened as he hit Lawler's head. It almost closed Lawler's eye. Slammed back down, and he pulled the referee over. But Calhoun again is still not with it. Bockwinkel is counting himself. He's picking Jerry Calhoun up. Lawler puts Bockwinkel down. 1, 2. He got him. Jerry, can we get you the new world champion? I can't get the mic up. Oh, we love it. The King, the new world heavyweight title holder. Unbelievable. The crowd absolutely stunned. Lawler, the champion. He beat Nick Bockwinkel. The King did it. He defeated Nick Bockwinkel. The time was 19 minutes and 20 seconds. 19:20, and the new champion is Jerry Lawler.
That is probably going to be the biggest lie you ever told in your life.
The referee counted it 1, 2, 3. Champion, I've seen you in great fights, but he beat you 1, 2, 3.
Get off of it. You gotta be kidding me. I beat him from pillar to post. This is what I have consistently said. The officiating in the South is totally prejudiced, and tonight was an example in...
He counted 1, 2, 3, Nick. He had you down on the mat and 1, 2, 3.
You've been at this microphone long enough. Who are you trying to jack around?
Well, I saw.
Now, you saw
he
what?
Counted 1,
Yes,
2,
you
3.
Did your eyes, you have 4 of them, I notice, see anything else? Or don't the glasses go to the other side of the ring?
I don't know what you're referring to. I saw the shoulders down.
You saw the shoulders down. The damn bottom rope in this part of the country is 6 inches higher than regulation any place else, which means my feet had to be up there in the balcony. Now, come on, I'm asking you.
You're not. The loss is there.
These cretinous humanoids who suffer from cranial-anal impaction 6.5 days out of the week, I am sure will send their tens of thousands of letters to Stanley Blackburn saying he beat him right in the middle of the ring. Now, if anything happens to the tape of this match, then I hope we don't have a Nixon doctoring job here. I hope we don't have that, because if these people accept it, then they are showing how cheap they are in class, in attitude, and in style of living. Because if Lawler takes that as a victory, he's the cheapest man I've ever known in sports. And if these fans back him, likewise for them, likewise for you, and likewise for everybody here in the South. This issue is not resolved, and you are looking at the world's heavyweight champion. You are talking to him, and Stanley Blackburn, I am sure, will go along with what I've said.
Nick, I gave you more class than that. He beat you right in the middle of the ring.
Oh, boy, are you showing your lack of class by accepting that cheap so-called victory and saying he's the world's heavyweight champion? Lance Russell, grow up. Why don't you move north or out west to California?
We're going to be right back right after this.
This is a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at 224 pounds, the mercenary Apocalypse. And going against him from Australia, 214 pounds, the superstar, Bill Dundee. One fall, 15-minute time limit, Paul Morton, the referee.
Okay, we're collecting paraphernalia, and Paul Morton is saying, let's get out. Okay, we're ready. Bell time. Here we go, Dave.
Apocalypse. He's big. He's tough.
Don't go far with it.
Going against the superstar, Bill Dundee. Jimmy Cornette in Apocalypse corner. Jimmy is manager. Oh, nice backdrop by Dundee. Apocalypse quickly on his feet. Dundee drop kicks him. And Apocalypse out of the ring. Jim Cornette over for a few words to his charge. Apocalypse, who climbs back through the ropes now. Dundee body slams him. Drops with the arm. Apocalypse moved out of the way, though. Dundee whipped into the ropes. Up in the air, he's dropped. Apocalypse drops down on him. Count is 2, and at the 2 count, Dundee kicks up. Bill Dundee into the ropes. Apocalypse catches him and dumps him right there in the center of the ring. Splash by Apocalypse. Dundee moves him off at the count of 1. No pin for Apocalypse. That was a chop and a jab. Dundee backed into a corner. Billy up on his feet. Apocalypse climbing the ropes. He's up on the middle rope. Oh. Down is 1, 2. At the 2 count, Dundee breaks it, and it looked for a moment like Apocalypse had this one won. But Dundee still alive. Back into a corner again. Apocalypse grabs him. He turns, presses, Cornette in the ring. Adrian Street in the ring. Cornette and Adrian Street jump Dundee. Apocalypse up on the rope. Street takes Dundee over there, and Apocalypse just jumps down on his back. Cornette falls on him. Street still working on it. And this Linde there. Morton trying to get him out of there and having absolutely no luck. Rougeau and Taylor, yeah. That finally got him out of the ring. Yeah, 4 against 1.
When I make a promise, I deliver.
4 against 1. They had Dundee in there.
Well, they're feeling mighty proud of themselves for that. I am absolutely certain after that disgusting display with Cornette and his dynasty.
2.5 minutes the time on it. It was not a pin for Bill Dundee. It looked like he had the pin, but the referee never started to count because Cornette hit the ring, so it was disqualification on Cornette. Dundee officially with the victory.
Okay, they're helping Billy out. We're going to take time out. Be back in just one moment.
A match to the expiration of time. Introducing, at a total of 448 pounds, from Huntsville, Alabama, Bobby Eaton. And from Union City, Tennessee, Sweet Brown Sugar, going against him. Total weight 450 pounds. From Montreal, Canada, the Mid-America champion, Jacques Rougeau. And from Vero Beach, Florida, the Southern champion, Terry Taylor. This match, to the expiration of time, Paul Morton, the referee.
All righty, looking forward to this one. You betcha it's going to be a doggone good one. Expiration of time match with Rougeau and Taylor going against Brown Sugar and beautiful Bobby Eaton. Eaton and Sugar, of course, held the Southern tag titles for a long time and are still highly regarded as a tag team. And the young fellas across the way, Taylor and Rougeau, did pretty well for themselves after they split up. They had just started as a tag team, Dave. You remember him. Terry had that big win for the Southern title, and it was not long after that Rougeau won the Mid-America title.
That's right. And they still hold them.
Beautiful Bobby and Terry Taylor starting out in the first moment of this expiration of time match. And you can tell by the immediate meeting in the ring there that Terry Taylor is really wrestling with a lot of confidence now. Eaton puts him down. Big shoulder. Taylor over the top and a hip toss. Beauty. Look at Eaton, though, right back at him. Scoops him up. Body slam. Kicked out by Taylor. Goodness gracious, that action is fast and furious.
These are a couple of guys that really battle each other when they face each other in the ring. They have on several occasions. Bobby Eaton and Terry Taylor. Taylor, in the past, has usually ended up getting the best of Bobby Eaton. Let's see how it goes in this particular instance.
Terry taking a quick glance over his shoulder to look at Sugar. He saw Sugar move down the ropes. Sugar now tags in, and he'll get a little closer look at him as Taylor immediately went to that side headlock. Beauty. Sugar hits the deck. And Jacques Rougeau gets the tag from Terry Taylor. That's what you call between a rock and a hard place.
That's right. Little misdirection there by Terry as he nailed Brown Sugar. And seated very quietly right there in the lower left part of the screen, Eaton and Sugar's manager, Jimmy Hart.
I had some of the fans say he never looked better, Jimmy Hart. That's not nice.
No. But it is nice to have the quiet over here.
Yes. Big Jacques Rougeau, the Mid-America heavyweight champion, in against the fire plug Sweet Brown Sugar. Rougeau's got about, what, a 15-pound weight advantage, something like that, Dave, over Sugar.
Considerable and quite
about a foot in height.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Large height advantage on him.
But this Sugar is some kind of athlete. We're in the first fall of what will be an expiration of time match. And the way they're going at it now, it may be the only ball that we have.
These two guys in there right now, Sweet Brown Sugar, Jacques Rougeau, have two of the best drop kicks you'll see in professional wrestling.
Good observation, and there's a monkey flip. When this Rougeau puts you in the air, brother, I'll tell you, you are way up there. There's that drop kick from Jacques. And there's a little interference from beautiful Bobby.
Rougeau and Taylor with a little conference as Sugar was making the tag on Bobby Eaton.
Terry Taylor giving a little encouragement to Jacques to put some heat on that side headlock. Good night, he held on to that. Snap beautiful Bobby over as Eaton was trying to shake him.
Ooh.
Well, I'll tell you, this bout has been everything we thought it was going to be prior to championship wrestling today, Dave.
A couple of evenly matched teams, two individual champions, and the Southern champion Taylor, the Mid-America champion Rougeau, against some guys who have also held their share of belts, in Eaton and Brown Sugar.
Eaton and Sugar as a team probably have the advantage in terms of the workings of a tag team because they have worked together so much longer. But you know, when you take a couple of pure athletes like Rougeau and Taylor, you can do miracles with it. Uh-oh, Bobby dumped hard as Jacques treating him rough.
Yeah, that's a good point. Guys like Rougeau and Taylor, they can work as singles or as a tag team. It's that athletic ability that carries them through.
Eaton gets Jacques off of there while Brown Sugar is over in the corner distracting the referee. Taylor saying, come on, Jacques, come on, get him up. Big tag on Brown Sugar. And elbow. Off the knee of beautiful Bobby. Eaton in the ring once again after the tag.
We're about 5.5 minutes into this first fall.
Referee breaks it up on the ropes over there as beautiful Bobby now with the referee gone with Brown Sugar digs into the face of Rougeau. Look at Jacques battling back. Woof. Taylor was waiting on it, and boy, he wasn't waiting on that. So look at Eaton and Sugar double team Taylor. Backbreaker and a tag from Sugar to Eaton. Fast and furious action in our main event expiration of time match on Championship Wrestling. Lance Russell and Dave Brown bringing you the commentary on this one. Into Sugar's arms. Big slamming. Oh, what a body slam. Sugar put him down hard. Sugar pulls the arm up into a hammer. I thought he was going to go for a pin. Taylor trying to battle his way up. He's on his knees. Eaton takes the tag. Foot to the midsection. Terry doubled over as Eaton catches him when he's straightened up with a right hand.
And a choke.
Beautiful Bobby takes a right hand from Taylor. And the Southern champ battling his way back, but he's stopped short by an Eaton hand. Bobby, body slam. To the ropes. Drops with that knee down on Terry Taylor. This is an expiration of time match. First fall of that match.
8 minutes into it.
We're 8 minutes into the action as Dave has informed us, and Brown Sugar goes with an arm bar on Terry Taylor. And Sugar held on, took Taylor right on over with him. Taylor trying to reach Rougeau in the corner, having no success at the moment. Still too far away, and Sugar drags him across the ring. Tag, beautiful Bobby. Crowd really getting into it. Gets away and tags Jacques Rougeau. Woo! And there goes Eaton flying off the ring. They've got Sugar in there as Rougeau really going after him. Jacques saying, get up, get up. And he did, and he got him with that great drop kick. First dynamite fall goes to the team of Rougeau and Taylor.
9 minutes, 10 seconds the time.
9:10 the time. We'll take time out and be back after checking our time. Woogie coming back in the ring first. Terry Taylor, his partner Jacques Rougeau. They won that first fall of action, and we are right now set to go as we have the time for some more of it, and let's do it to it. Dave.
Second fall action. Jacques Rougeau starting against Sweet Brown Sugar. A powerful drop kick by Rougeau won the first fall for him. There was a kick by Sweet Brown Sugar. Put Rougeau off his feet. Sugar to the corner, and Bobby Eaton coming in. Both of them work on him. Sugar slow to lead. Jimmy Hart, a very quiet manager today. Brown Sugar and Eaton seated at ringside. Bobby Eaton working on Jacques Rougeau. Rougeau grabbing him, but the tag has been made, and around behind, Sweet Brown Sugar. Right hand. Terry Taylor trying to get a little crowd cheer going for Jacques Rougeau to break out of this. Terry and Jacques are both helping each other when the other is in the corner. Rougeau, oh, he almost got the tag. He was close, but Brown Sugar got in between him and his partner, and no tag was made. Jacques Rougeau staying in there. Bobby Eaton working on it. Eaton, right fist to the midsection, and a choke back on the ropes. The referee is there trying to back him away. Eaton does break it before he's disqualified. Rougeau catches himself, leaps back, but he jumped right over Eaton. Eaton kept moving toward the corner, and Rougeau missed him. There's a cover. 1, 2. He kicked out of it. He kicked out of it. The 3 count was falling when the shoulders came up. Brown Sugar using the right. Rougeau off the rope. Well, he let him have it with a forearm. Starts for the corner. Bobby Eaton behind him. Eaton again stepped in between Rougeau and Taylor, preventing the tag. I think he may have wished he'd let him tag him right there. Rougeau tagged Sugar instead. Jacques Rougeau back to the corner. Rougeau standing on the ropes. Bobby Eaton down the apron, dumps him into the ring. Sugar follows with the arm. Count of 2, 3. That's it.
Eaton dumped him right on his head off that corner over there, Dave. He was in the corner and getting ready to come down on Sweet Brown Sugar. And beautiful Bobby flipped down to the corner and pulled the legs of Rougeau right out from under him. And when Jacques hit, he hit on his shoulder and on his head. Bang, right down into it. Wow.
Terry Taylor trying to get there to break it up before the 3 count, but he just could not do it.
It
is tied up.
That is exactly right. As the first fall went to the team of Taylor and Rougeau, but Sweet Brown Sugar and beautiful Bobby come up with a second fall, and that's teamwork. I don't know that it's exactly legal teamwork, but they've done that before, too.
2:43 was the time on that one. 2 minutes, 43 seconds.
2 minutes, 43 seconds, and the winner is Brown Sugar and Eaton. It is 1 fall apiece. We'll check our time and see whether we have any more of it back in a moment. I wish we had another hour to go with this expiration of time match day, but our time is up. And we're not going to have time for any more falls. That'll be one fall apiece for the team of Rougeau and Taylor and Eaton and Sugar. How about the rest of it?
All right, the opening match today, Sheepherders in here going against Ira Reese and Bobby Fulton. Sheepherders heavy favorites, and they won it in 3 minutes, 40 seconds with not much difficulty. Jerry the King Lawler in here going against the Invader. Our first look at him since he won the championship belt, the World Championship. He won in 3 minutes, 53 seconds. Bill Dundee defeating Apocalypse by disqualification when Jimmy Cornette and his Dynasty crew hit the ring. Dundee does get the win, though. And then Terry Taylor and Jacques Rougeau won the first fall of that expiration of time main event. But Bobby Eaton and Sweet Brown Sugar came back to take the second fall. It's going to be one fall apiece, a draw in the record books, and that won't begin to describe the action that occurred in that one.
Oh, fast and furious. And I hope Jacques, I'm sure he is going to be okay. He bounced off his head there when Eaton pulled those feet out. Oh, that was something else, and that's how they ended up getting that tying pin that they did, in fact, end up with. We hope maybe that you're going to make it a point to bring a friend with you next week for championship wrestling. By golly, we're looking for you every single week with some of the roughest, toughest action that you'll find anywhere. My advice, try it. Go out and see it when it comes near you. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.